I'm now joined by 3 apprentices who all used to be students here at Logic Studio School. So I'm just going to invite them to introduce themselves now.
Hi everyone, I'm Gail Fernandez. I was a former Vodafone apprentice and I'm currently working at ITV.
Hi, I'm Catalina Mondock. As Joe said, I was a student here at Logic and now I'm currently an apprentice at the London Borough of Hounslow.
Hi, I'm Elishba and I'm an apprentice at London Borough of Hounslow as well.
Thank you for coming back to Logic and sharing your stories with our students today. I think it's really valuable because it's National Apprenticeship Week, so there's a lot of focus on apprenticeships. And I'm interested to know, why did you decide to choose the apprenticeship pathway?
I, from the get-go, knew I didn't want to do uni. It had nothing to do with grades. I just wanted to know how the industry was like before I get a degree and actually work there.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew apprenticeship was it for me.
Okay, cool.
I mean, with me, it was completely opposite. I was more of a uni person.
Okay.
But when our employer, Joe, came and spoke to us, I thought maybe I'll try and give it a chance and see where it goes. I was always an open book, but my heart was always still on uni. So then when we first applied, when we first met Joe, going through the Insight Day, it really opened up my mind. And I was like, okay, this is something I want to do, because I don't want to be that type of person that would have to go through student loans and always worried about how much money I'm making. I'm not going to be able to pay it off. So apprenticeship's definitely a better life choice for me.
Okay, brilliant. And we'll dig a little bit deeper into who Joe is and what the roles are in a minute.
For me, I never wanted to go uni, and personally, if I didn't get this apprenticeship, I'd apply for more. But uni was never an option.
No. Okay, so that's fine. We've got like a bit of a mixed bag here. And I guess, like, if we talk about your roles to start with, because you both work at Hounslow Borough Council, and we talk about the fact that applying for an apprenticeship and securing an apprenticeship role can be really challenging. And we've met some students who have applied for 50, almost 100 apprenticeships. But your experience through being a student at Logic Sixth Form was quite different, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because the Hounslow Borough Council they were like running a bit of a trial. So there were 5 apprenticeship opportunities that they'd set aside specifically for students here at Logic, didn't they?
Yeah.
So can you tell us kind of like what happened?
So our manager, her name is Jo, she came here with some housing apprentices to talk about apprenticeships at the council. A bunch of us came to talk to them, and from that moment, Jo and the apprentices, they all worked together to really look at us, check us, how we work with people, how we talk, how we're comfortable around people. And so after that, we got invited to the Insight Day, and they wanted to look at us doing teamwork and collaborations and see what kind of interpersonal skills we have, what we think in an organisation is the best thing to do. And even then, they were tracking us, looking at us, how we work together.
Yeah.
And then I think it was...
On the Insight Day, we went with teachers from Logic.
Yeah, we went with a teacher from Logic. So it was, I think 12 people applied, and I think it was 9
people that got interviewed, and
9 that
5
got
of us
interviewed,
got the job.
and 5 of us got the role.
Okay. So your experience of applying and securing an apprenticeship sounds very different to your sort of process of securing a role at Vodafone. So can you share your insight into that?
Yes, very interesting. You might have heard of Young Professionals.
Yeah.
They are a team that works towards getting people placements and apprenticeships. And they had just launched their Instagram page at the time. And they advertised that they were having a couple of apprenticeship applications, and just to reach out to them for a link. And that's what I did. Got the Vodafone application from Instagram and applied for Vodafone. And the process is quite similar to what it is now. You have your CV stage, your English and Maths exam, video interview, assessment center, and roughly took about from November to April.
Right.
So got the offer in April.
Yeah. Okay. But it's quite a lot of stages that were quite unfamiliar to you to start with, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And how many apprenticeships did you apply for?
I did 4.
4 apprenticeships. Okay. So that's that's really good in the standards that we've been sort of like hearing, because as I say, it can be kind of 50 plus, can't it? Okay, and so yeah.
Can I add something on? For
Yeah.
our interviews, we had the questions,
Oh,
so we
did
got to
you?
pre-prepare
Oh,
our
wow.
answers.
Gosh, okay, so that was really helpful,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was.
Yeah. I mean, a bunch of us were quite nervous. Some of us stayed there for like an hour, some of us stayed for like 30 minutes.
Wow.
So it really depended on how we spoke to other employers and everything.
Oh, okay. And when did this take place as part of like that in the academic year?
So Jo and her team came to us around this time, March time.
Okay.
And then we had the Insight Day around maybe a month later in May.
Yeah.
And I think it was
Interviews were in June, I think.
interviews were in June, and I think maybe a couple of days later we got the email if we got it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we started
we started in
September.
September.
Okay. And how did you feel when you got that email?
I was in my part-time
Relieved.
job.
Were you?
I was on my break and I got the email and I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
like what's going on?
Yeah.
I saw that I got it and I cried and I called my mum.
Oh.
I cried more, well actually no, that's a lie. I cried at the emails saying that I got the apprenticeship more than the emails from UCAS that I got into uni. So when I found out about the apprenticeship, I was like, okay, I can settle my career now.
Right. Okay. That's really interesting,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. And what about you when you found out?
I was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. And so you are what? So you started in September. So 6 or 7 months
Yeah.
in. What's been the highlight so far?
Starting a new placement, getting to know people, like
Yeah.
time managing.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're developing lots of skills.
And I'd say communication, like just be honest and truthful with them.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, just like meeting new people and like in my experience currently right now in my placement, I'm in comms.
Yeah.
So it's very like newspapers, press releases, and one of my press releases actually went out on the website, on the newspapers. I'm able to do e-bulletins for like the counsellors.
Oh wow.
And just like any sort of press releases that get sent to me,
Yeah.
I can publish them, or like I'm able to like upload on the council floor screens, or being able to post on their social media apps. So just having that sort of responsibility is definitely a highlight.
So I'm going to ask you then, what qualifications did you do in sixth form?
So I did in Logic the National Diploma level of business,
Yeah.
so which was the double business, and I also did the extended certificate in travel and tourism.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it's very different to what I'm doing now,
Yeah.
but with the business, it's more helpful for my role specifically.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. And what about yourself, Gail? What did you study here, and has those subjects helped you?
I did the double business as well.
Okay.
I did the extended certificate in IT.
Okay.
Again, the business one really helps in terms of just aspects of having the process of how we used to do mock interviews in school. It just gives you the confidence to talk to people, and sometimes it's very basic things like just knowing how to give a proper handshake. It just comes across really professional, really nice. And I also did the Career Ready program. I think that played a very vital role in my entire career, whether it was different interviews and stuff, because we got the experience of different industries while still at work. So you could still tell how certain companies operate. And if that is something that interests you, a lot of times there are companies that are quite high profiles and it's everyone's dream to want to work for them. But sometimes the reality might not be that way. And it's good to get this insight into companies so you know, hey, Dawn, actually this might not be for me. Might just be a great place, just not for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And just touching on the Career Ready programme, because like some of our students here today have also been through the Career Ready, and that's an opportunity that's provided for you as a student, isn't it, at Logic Sixth Form? So how valuable do you feel like that experience was when you were applying for these apprenticeships? Like, what did it help your CV? Did it give you more confidence?
It was, in my opinion, very helpful, despite being the COVID batch and not getting to do as many business trips as we had initially planned. And even though we didn't get to do the internship towards the end, I still think it played a very vital role. I was assigned a mentor who helped me tailor my CV and stuff. He also managed to send me an application of a 2-week work experience happening in the company at the time.
Okay.
And I managed to get that one as well. So that kind of compensated for not having the internship. And just in general, it's very good to have someone to talk to who's currently in a working environment and might have different external insights compared to what you would get internally from school.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And if you were sort of taking yourself back to sort of year 13 now and just going back a year, what sort of advice would you be given to our current students about how to navigate this kind of stage of where they're at in their education and their planning for their future careers?
I kind of have 2 pieces of advice. First one is action and momentum builds confidence. It's not the other way around. When you're applying for interviews, when you're sending your CV out, it is absolutely normal to feel nervous, to feel like you have no idea what you're doing, you have no idea why you're sending it. You just feel like this is what I need to do, so you're doing it, and that's absolutely fine. But that experience gives you the confidence during interviews, during just knowing that actually I did that yesterday and I went through it absolutely fine, and the world didn't collapse and I'm still okay. And that just helps you build confidence over time. So by the time you come to an actual good role, you already have the confidence to go through it and be heads on. If you think I need to be confident from day one, it's gonna make you feel even worse, because then you're not open to the opportunity of it's okay to mess up. The other thing I did was, while at Logic, every half-term break, I did a work experience in a different industry. At the time, it was through Teach First. So Mr. Cadogan would send a link in the employer channel, but just every half-term, I did different industry because I didn't know what industry I wanted. I didn't know what kind of job I was looking for. I just knew it had to be an apprenticeship. So by the end of year 13, I had 5 to 6 work experiences on the CV.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really valuable for like our year 12 students who want to be in a position of applying next year, to be really thinking about putting those extra sort of work experience opportunities on their CVs, isn't that? Yeah. And what about yourselves?
I'd say do a lot of volunteering
Okay.
because it looks good in your CV, and just apply for uni as well, like Catalina did.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, whatever works for you, it does. Because you might not get an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So you could go uni and then drop out of uni and do an apprenticeship. It's bad. Don't take a gap year. That's just boring.
Oh.
Just don't do a gap year.
I would say just keep your mind open and don't be afraid to ask teachers for help. I did not know how to do applications for apprenticeships. I knew about uni, but not about apprenticeship, and I was able to get Mr. Cadogan and other teachers to help me with applications, and you'll always have someone to help you throughout. You won't be just alone. Like obviously Mr. Cadogan, you've got Jo. She'd be able to like guide you through any sort of application and being able to write reviews for you and like just being a backbone for you like through applications. You'll always have someone. You won't be able to be alone.
Because when you get like possible rejections, then you've got to kind of dig deep and have a bit of resilience.
Yeah, and
haven't
you'll
you?
always have a backup plan. So always keep your mind open. Keep applying for apprenticeships, whether you get into them, whether you're not. At least you know that you can apply and you know what skills you have, what skills you don't have. You can improve that by volunteering or doing work experience. You're building up your CV. You'll still have some sort of backup plan to get into a better apprenticeship by the end of the day.
And how did you find it balancing like working and completing the kind of qualification element of your apprenticeship?
So we've been assigned Friday as our study days.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we all used to gather together to study, but
Yeah.
now, right
Work
now,
from home.
sometimes we're working from home, sometimes
Yeah.
we're in the building. I work from home Thursdays and Fridays,
Yeah.
and my team gets in the building Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
We all work together, and I always tell them I'll be absent this day, I won't be in the office, I have to do something for my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And everyone's really understandable, and like they can always go to our employer, Jo.
Yeah.
She would always explain to them what's happening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's the same for us. It's the same for me as well. Friday I work from home. I do my apprenticeship work.
Yeah.
And it's nice having a day where you can just focus on your coursework and not office work.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot, because I just say it's easier to do work on a day where you have the whole day than, you know how you do coursework here, and you have to do it like every day, and you keep building it up.
Yeah.
But with apprenticeship work, it's a bit more easier, and you've got more time.
This is just the start. We're just doing unit tests.
But I still think it's easier than Logic's work.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you? Because yours was a degree apprenticeship, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite similar. I had Fridays assigned to uni work.
Yeah.
The only difference was I actually had lectures as well on Friday.
Right.
So proper 9 to 4 was lectures, and we had a 1 hour break for lunch and about 5-10 minutes here and there. So for me personally, doing my coursework on the same day was not an option. I was kind of exhausted by the time it was full and just went shut off. But I personally, just in general, work really well at night.
Okay.
So I would just stay up at night and do my assignments, which I do not recommend.
Right.
Have their work-life balance, get the 8 hours of sleep. But I personally just work well at night. I feel like I can get things done better. And in terms of going to office, because I was still in the COVID time, for the first year I didn't have to go at all. But then starting from the second year, it was once like every 3 months. And then my final year was proper twice a week. So it was mostly Tuesdays, Wednesday. Wednesday was a compulsory office day, but we could pick any other day that we liked.
Yeah.
But it had to be 8 times a month, basically.
Yeah. So it's quite flexible. So it's very much still that hybrid working. So a mixture of being in the office and a mixture of like working from home.
Yeah.
And just coming back to the opportunities with Hounslow Borough Council. So we've got some like good news, haven't we, about the fact that well, I'm going to let you share that good news.
So me and Alishba and the rest of the apprentices are going to be coming back here again March time. We're going to be advertising the apprenticeship that we're currently doing, which is the qualification for it's a really long name, and excuse me for this. It's a public service operational delivery officer. So with this qualification, it's broken down into 2 sectors: people and culture and data and technology.
Digital and IT.
Digital and IT. There'll probably be more spaces opened, or it might just stay the same. We had 5 places.
I think it is still 5.
Okay, so there'll be 5 places. We're going to be coming here talking about the apprenticeship, and we'll be with you guys from the first day we meet you to when you have the insight day. Some of you might be fortunate enough to go through the interview. We'll be the ones interviewing you as well. And we'll be able to see what you're best at, see what you need working on, but at the end of the day, we're going to be there helping you. We're going to be there, I think maybe 5 months with you from when you start.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same. From the housing apprentices.
Is it not 6?
5 or 6 months we're going to be with you, but we're going to be here in March talking to you guys about the apprenticeship. You guys can ask us any questions. Trust me, any sort of question you ask, it's not a stupid question. I think probably the most stupid question was, do we have any social life at an apprenticeship? I generally thought it was such a stupid question, but trust me, you do. But what else?
That's it.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so should they should have their CVs ready?
Yeah. CVs ready.
And cover letter.
A cover letter. Have teachers, employers give you references. Maths and English, GCSEs, certificates are preferably, from what I remember.
Yeah, we had to give out.
And obviously,
you're going to get questions.
You're going to get questions for the interview. You're going to have a specific date to bring in your documents like right of work, your national insurance number, your passport, all that kind of stuff.
But that's when, if you get it.
Yeah. But I think what Joe told me is that I think some of us had like a week of work experience opportunity for us.
Really?
Yeah. I remember I had like maybe a week of work experience.
Okay.
So you'll get an insight, but in the insight day, you'll get an insight of what we do really. So for people and culture, we do comms, EDI and localities. Localities like community hubs, the community centres, and then comms is like newspapers, social media, what else? E-bulletins, and then EDIs, equality, diversity and inclusion.
And events.
I'm not sure about data and IT. What do you do?
We do commercial properties, data policies, and IT sit at frontline desk and help anyone who needs help fixing their laptops. You set up phones and just all the digital help someone needs in the borough.
Okay. Excellent. So it's really varied, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you've completed your apprenticeship, you might then decide, oh, I really like comms, like you've enjoyed your comms, haven't you? So you might then look for a permanent role within the comms team. Yeah, okay, excellent. And so where are you now?
I'm currently ITV.
Yeah.
So they also do have apprenticeships out there if you want to apply.
Yeah.
In terms of requirements, when I did it, it was mostly you needed maths or IT, English and maths level 4, well, grade 4.
Yeah.
I think now it's just changed a bit.
Right.
If you do need maths and tech, and you need like a 6 in maths for a lot of apprenticeships, so just look out for that. You need to be in the country or have been in the country for 3 years, which is still quite a heavy requirement. And yeah, rest everything, it just depends. I know a lot of times they say you don't need to have technical experience, but it always helps if you're applying for a technical role to have very basic coding experience.
Okay.
Just very simple Python will also work, and it just helps you when you gain the team settle in a bit quicker. So you don't have to, well, it's never a waste of time, but it just helps you pick up little things more quickly and make more use of your time.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience of being at Logic, progressing onto your apprenticeships, and I, you know, it's lovely that you're sharing it with our students today. So thank you so much for coming in. I don't know, has anyone got any questions for them at all? Doesn't matter if you haven't, because you can have a little chat with them after if you want to. You might want to. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Lynn. Yes.
Are there any opportunities when you do finish the apprenticeship?
In general,
When you finish, will we?
when we finish the apprenticeship, I mean, yeah, there's like, even now there's job roles available for anyone. Like currently our housing apprentices, they just finished doing their assessments, and some of them have got job opportunities already. So it really depends at the time, whoever's leaving or whenever that new job roles open. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of job opportunities available.
Yeah.
In terms of mine, when I did it with apprenticeships, a lot of them, you remain in the same team for the entire 3 years. So you develop a lot of team-specific skills, but you also develop other skills. And a lot of times they would like to keep you within the team, but if not, you can always apply within the company or just take their skills and go elsewhere. Maybe you can add a bit of certification that you do apart from it, like the AWS ones, the GCP ones. They are quite good to have on your CV. So that definitely does help as well. But there's always opportunity if you do an apprenticeship, always ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Well, you've got all that work experience, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, brilliant. What it might be worth doing is connecting with these guys on LinkedIn, because you've got some really valuable sort of information and tips, isn't it? So if anyone has got their LinkedIn and they want to connect with these guys, is that all right? We can kind of have a little gathering over there maybe. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Cheers. Okay.